Hey everyone, it's me, Fat Donnie. Today is Sunday, October 6th, 2019, and I am 7.5 weeks post-op from RNY surgery. My surgery date was August 14th, 2019, and the last time I did an update, I think I was like 2 days post-op. So now I'm almost 2 months post-op, and finally found time to sit down and do this update without being super tired, although it's already past midnight. But anyway, I figure I need to get this over with so that I can start doing more updates on a regular basis so I don't forget what's going on. But as I go through the update, you'll understand why I really haven't posted anything, because I should be posting when there's some changes, and there haven't been many changes as of late. But anyway, surgery date August 14th, 2019. I weighed 306 pounds. I had my 2 week visit on August 28th, and at that time I weighed 284 pounds. So I went from 306 to 284. That's a total of 22 pounds lost in 2 weeks. And then, so that was great. That was really great. Never have I ever lost 22 pounds in 2 weeks before. And then I had another follow up visit, my 1 month follow up visit, which was on September 17th. Um, and at that time, I weighed 279 pounds. So I went from 284 to 279. So that's 5 more pounds lost. So that's a total of 27 pounds lost. 27 pounds. And today being October 6th, 2019, I have another visit in a little over a week on October 15th. But my weight for today, October 6th, is 278 pounds. So in the past 3 weeks, I've lost a total of 1 pound. One in 3 weeks. So the crazy thing is, you would think I'm doing something wrong because I only lost 1 pound in 3 weeks. And the truth of the matter is, I'm not doing anything wrong. Well, okay. The only thing I may be doing wrong is not getting enough fluids in. So we'll talk about that. Let's see. So yeah, on my last visit, which was September 17th, I was approved to start working out. And so I went back to the gym. And at the gym, I do my cardio on the elliptical because it's easier on my joints. And then I do the weight machines, the arm presses, the arm pulls, the abdominal machines, the leg presses, leg curls, things like that. So I started doing that again mid-September. Let's see. Prior to that, I really wasn't doing much working out. Supposed to walk 30 minutes a day, and I was probably walking 10 minutes a day, just walking the dog around the parking lot. So I really didn't get vigorous exercise in the first 30 days post-op. But once I was clear to go back to the gym, I've been hitting it hard. And so I make my 3 to 4 visits a week at the gym, and I do 30 minutes of cardio, and I do those machines. So I'm really hitting it hard, almost all the way up to the level I was prior to surgery, when I was working hard to lose the weight before surgery. So I'm back in the game, basically, with my working out. So what I've realized in these almost 2 months now, once I had a 2 week liquid diet after surgery, and then I moved into the puree stage for 1 week, And for puree stage, I had some mashed sweet potatoes, and I had cream soups that I strained, um, and I had my yogurt and my smoothies and water, things like that. Then after that week, I moved into 1 week. Well, not 1 week. I moved into the soft food stage. So for for my bariatric center, we stay on the soft food stage for basically 2 more months before we can start eating, like they say, meats that need to be cut with a knife versus the softer meats like fish. Basically, that's the only meat that I've really been eating. I've had some chicken, but mostly it's fish that I've been eating as my soft meat for soft food stage. And beans. I eat a lot of beans lately, things like that for my soft food stage. But so I got the gastric bypass because I have GERD, and I was hoping that it would help me with that. And I don't really have a burning sensation like the acid reflux. I just have a belching sensation. So whether I'm drinking something or eating something, I often belch consistently afterwards from the issues that I have with GERD. So I got RNY. That was one of the main reasons why I got it. Another main reason why I got RNY is because statistics do show that you do tend to lose more weight faster and keep it off longer with RNY than with the sleeve. Although many people have been successful with the sleeve, losing over 100 pounds and keeping it off. Um, but the bypass has been around longer and has more statistics that show how successful it really is. And then also the pouch um, is a much smaller pouch than the sleeve. And so I figured I needed to have the smallest stomach I could possibly have um, because I can be greedy. And I guess that's the best word to call it. Um, Obviously, when you hit over 300 pounds, it's because you've eaten more than you should have eaten in life. And so I enjoy eating food, and I've always had a healthy, full, big appetite where I can eat quite a bit at one sitting. Now, over the years, it has gotten better. I've disciplined myself. I can't remember how long it's been since I've eaten a whole pizza before. It's been at least a couple of years since I've eaten a whole pizza, and that was a large pizza back in the day. I eat a whole large meat lovers pizza in one sitting all by myself. I have not been able to do that in many years, but I graduated to a medium and then I graduated to a small where I was able to eat the whole small meat lovers pizza in one sitting. And then at least maybe last year, 2018, I couldn't even do that anymore. I'd eat half of the small pizza and then I'm full. So I've over the years have gotten better and more disciplined and eating less. And I don't know what caused that for me to eat less over the years, but I definitely improved in my eating habits over the years. However, didn't help me lose any weight. I continue to either maintain the high weight that I was at or I would gain weight. So even with cutting my portion sizes over the years to what it was, I wasn't successful in losing weight. So I figured I'd get this gastric bypass as a tool to force me, to help me, to aid me in actually being consistent with eating smaller portions so that I can lose weight faster and keep it off. So the good news is it's working because earlier in the year, January 2019, my goal was to lose 15 pounds prior to surgery. I lost those 15 pounds, and luckily I weighed in and it was documented that I lost those pounds, but then I gained them right back, and then I lost most of them back again, all within a 6 or 7 month time frame, 6 or 7 months time frame, 15 pounds. Whereas after surgery, I lost 28 pounds in just under 2 months. So that's a big difference. 15 pounds in 6 or 7 months versus 28 pounds in 2 months. So obviously it's working. The getting gastric bypass, getting a smaller pouch for your stomach, definitely can improve your health, um, and your weight. And so that's where I am so far. But the frustration is that in the past 3 weeks, I've only lost 1 pound. Now, I do need to drink more water. And even prior to weight loss surgery, the buzzword I've always heard is that if you're trying to lose weight, you got to drink water. So I've never been a big water drinker, but I'm trying. So earlier after surgery, all I could do was sip, 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 sip of my water. And I was trying to get in 2 bottles. They're 16.9 fluid ounces. And but in the beginning, it was hard to do that and get in a protein shake. But I've gotten better. So now I can definitely get in 2 bottles, 16.9 fluid ounces. So that's what, 32, 33, about 34 fluid ounces of water a day. I should be at least 64 ounces. I should be more because people say you're supposed to have half of your body weight in ounces of water per day. And with me weighing 278 pounds right now, half of that is at least 190. I think that was the right math. No, 140, about 140. So I should be getting in at least or around 140 ounces of water a day. That's unthinkable right now for me because I can't even get in the minimum of 64. On a very, very good day, I've managed to get in about 48, maybe close to 50, because I can have my 2 bottles of water, usually with a Crystal Light in it. I'll have my Smooth Move tea at night, which I would use 8 ounces of water for that. And then I'm able to count my Premier Shake, which is 11 fluid ounces. I'm able to count half of that towards my fluid intake. So, throughout recently, I've been getting closer to 50 ounces of water, but I'm really trying hard to get it up to 64. So, and until I get there, I can't really say that I've done everything that I can do and the scale is not moving. So I have that to work on, to improve, to make sure that I'm maximizing my tool, my water intake. Now, as far as my eating, now that I'm able to eat soft foods again, and I'm introducing foods back into my stomach, the foods that are on the acceptable list, I make sure that I weigh my food because the pouch really cannot hold more than 4 ounces of food at a time, and 4 ounces equals half a cup. And so I've been making sure that I weigh out, all of my food. Yep, something's in my mouth. All right. So I make sure that I weigh out all of my food before I eat it. And so that I make sure I don't exceed 4 ounces at any one sitting. So one of the things that's been happening is because if you've ever weighed food, 4 ounces is not a lot of food, especially when you're used to eating a whole lot more, at least a pound, apparently, because when I'm looking at the 4 ounces, it just doesn't look like a lot of food, like it's even, enough to satisfy me. but that's my max. And so if I measure out 4 ounces of some refried beans, um, I can't eat anything else because I'm at 4 ounces of some food. So my meals consist of one item. I'm either going to eat my refried beans for lunch and a piece of salmon for dinner, but I can't have both at the same time because it's just not enough room in the pouch to have both. So basically I'm eating like one meal a day chopped up through the day because I can only get in 4 ounces at a time. Let's see. So even though my scale has not really moved the way that I wanted it to in the past few weeks, obviously everybody talks about the 3 week stall. Well, it's been weeks 3 through 7 for me that I've been stalled with just a 1 pound loss. And I weigh myself frequently because I want to see the effects of what I've done, especially since I've been hitting the gym, um, especially when I eat something that's a little heavier than other foods, then I want to see, did it affect me? How did it affect me? Did I gain? Did I lose? And so I have, I'll go up, zero point 0.8 pounds and down zero point 0.6 and up zero point 0.2 and down zero point 0.5. And so I'm fluctuating within this 1 pound range. But officially I'm down 1 pound in the past 3 weeks, and obviously I want to improve upon that because it's frustrating. I'm like, well, shoot, I've lost 1 pound in 3 weeks before surgery, so why did I have to get surgery just to lose 1 pound in 3 weeks? Well, the truth is, if I look at what I did in the beginning, losing 28 pounds in less than 2 months, I've never done that. So I have the surgery has been beneficial for me. In fact, those 28 pounds, I have not gained them back. And I hope to never gain those back. And I hope to continue to lose until I reach my goal of losing around 140 pounds altogether. So that's the good news, that I'm out of the 300s, and I'm not going back to the 300s, and I'm making progress. I just have to figure out how to tweak my my eating to continue to lose the weight. So one of the things, my go-to for breakfast is egg whites. And I use the egg whites that come in a carton and I measure it out. I'm measuring everything. So the carton says that 3 tablespoons is one serving. And so I initially started eating one serving, 3 tablespoons, and it really is not a lot of eggs. I mean, at least when I look at it, I'm like, this is not a lot of eggs. But the truth of the matter is, it should be enough because that equals one serving. And that one serving is only 25 calories and it gives you 5 grams of protein. And so all of that's good. And but the thing is, as I've gotten used to eating that one serving, I upped it to 2 servings. So now I do 6 tablespoons of egg whites for breakfast. Um, so now it's 2 serving size, 50 calories, 10 grams of protein, which is good. Both of those are good. The calories are still low, the grams are still high, protein grams are still high, but it's 2 servings that I've been eating lately. Now I've upped it to where I'm making an omelet. So I'm putting in some mushrooms and some onions and some spinach and cheese. So those are my go-to items for my omelet, and the 2 servings of the egg whites. And I'm able to eat that for breakfast with no problem. It goes down very easy. I take my time. I'm sure it takes me a good 30 minutes to finish my breakfast, eating that. But I eat it with no problem. I'm not choking. I'm not barfing. I'm not nothing. It goes down very easily. To the point now that I've also incorporated some breakfast meat. So I was eating sausage because it's got good protein. I lightly saute it or fry it or whatever you want to call it, because I just like that charcoal grill type of thing on my sausages. And then I also, that was a andouille sausage from Johnsonville. I'm not promoting them. I'm just letting you know that's my favorite kind of sausage. But I've also gotten Jimmy Dean's breakfast sausage, and I'll eat those as well. Turkey, those are turkey. The andouille is not turkey; it's Italian. Um, but I've also eaten the Jimmy Dean sausage patty um, for breakfast as well. So I'm having a healthy breakfast, a nice size breakfast. I, I personal, prior to surgery, I could have eaten double of what I'm eating now. Perhaps even now, and I'm eating too much, maybe of that. But that's my typical breakfast. And then, like I said, the other meals, lunch and dinner, I typically divide up. I take one meal and divide it between lunch and dinner because I can only eat 4 ounces at a time. So that's pretty much my eating. I mean, I'm not eating that much, but I am getting in about well, I was getting in around 500 to 600 calories a day. Now I'm closer to, it can still be that low some days, and then some days it's as much as 700 calories. But those are particularly days when I go work out. Because when I work out, I'm burning about 250 calories easily when I do the elliptical. So, um, I have room to eat more, but um, most bariatric patients are averaging about 800 calories a day through the first 6 months of post surgery. So I'm right in there with around 700 calories a day. And then when I go to the gym, I'm burning off 200. So I'm back down to the 500 calories a day. And a lot of times people say, you got to eat more. If you're trying to lose the weight, you got to eat more. Well, one day I actually did go as high as 1,000 calories and I gained a pound. That was one of the days I went up to the 1 pound, and I've since come back down. But so that didn't work for me, and I'm scared to eat more because then I might gain 2 pounds and 3 pounds. So I don't want to do that. I want to stay around 600 and 700 calories a day so that I can continue to lose. And it's not hard to do because I'm not hungry, and I do get full, satisfied full from the foods I am eating. Um, and I'm reaching my protein goal because I'm eating lots of meat. I'm eating the fish, which is high in protein, salmon, and mostly salmon and tilapia, and which I haven't really eaten much lately. I don't think I've eaten any since surgery. Um, but the sausages and the salmon and the chicken every now and then has gotten me my protein intake, my protein shake, which is 30 grams of protein in my eggs. So I'm doing good on the protein, could do better on the water. I did see some changes in my measurements, not much. Thighs went down 2 inches, waist went down 3, my neck went down 1 inch, my arms 1.5, and my breast 2 inches. So I've seen some inches go down as well. But what's crazy is I took a picture before and after because I'm like 28 pounds, a few inches here and there. I haven't changed. But when I took the picture, I saw the change. So I'm going to post that picture right here so that you can see how much I've changed. So that's encouraging that I am actually physically changing from the efforts that I've made in the past 2 months. So that's good. And I'm going to keep it up. Just a couple of last notes for today. When I first came back from surgery, came home, And this happens to a lot of people where we get constipated because there's no solid food in us. We're on liquids, and it's important to have bowel movements. And I went 8 days before I had my first bowel movement after surgery, and even then, I wasn't able to go every day. But I've been taking a stool softener. I've been using the Smooth Move tea at night, not consistently, not every day, not every night, um, but periodically. And I've also now recently got Benefiber to add to my water. Um, so my bowel movements are more regular now, which is good because that can prevent you from losing weight as well. And it can make you very sick if you're not moving your bowels, if you're stopped up. So that's improved for me. Um, think that was all I had. Oh, for my workout, I tried the high intensity, the HIT high intensity. It's two I's. I don't know what it stands for. Oh, interval training. I wrote it down. So high intensity interval training. I tried that on the elliptical. I can't really do that right now because it wore me out. I just didn't have enough energy to do that, 30 seconds really fast and then slow back down for a couple of minutes and then go at it again. It wore me out, and I didn't even burn that many more calories. I think I burned like 2 extra calories than from what I would normally do. So I'm like, okay, I'm not ready for this hit part yet. So I'm waiting on that, but till my energy gets back in full swing, and then I'll incorporate that into my workout to see if it will help accelerate my weight loss. Um, I also was thinking about intermittent fasting, and I asked my nutritionist about it, and she did not recommend that I do that, at least not this early out, because my tool, to give my tool a chance to work, because that's what it's designed to do. However, by the time I got that answer from her, I had already started the intermittent fasting and had done it for 3 days. And that's how I lost the 1 pound that I lost in the past 3 weeks, because I had incorporated that for 3 days and I got off this stall that I was in for a while and I lost the 1 pound. But then when I stopped the intermittent fasting, I stopped losing weight again. So I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to increase my water intake. I'm going to continue with my workouts, especially the cardio, the weights, um, and just keep doing what I am told to do, what's been written down and tried and tested. And, you know, hopefully then soon it will really kick in for me. I'm not asking for much. I would just really like to lose 2 pounds a week. I mean, that's like average. That's what people who diet and work out are supposed to lose, 2 pounds a week. That's all I really want. And I'm not getting that yet, but hopefully I will soon, because I'm doing, I'm committed. I'm doing what it takes to get there. So that's my update for now. If you have any comments, questions, advice for me, please put it down in the comment section, and I would appreciate that. And stay tuned.